I am just now realizing that I haven't properly introduced myself, have I? I apologize. You can call me Nora, and I am 35 years old. I grew up, born and raised in Southern California. And sorry, I'm winded. I walked up the stairs. And now I'm living on the East Coast with my husband and our two children and our two cats. Our children are ages 6 and 4 on October 30th. So, yeah. I don't think I properly introduced myself just because I think when you open up a YouTube channel, you're never really sure like where it's gonna go, or if you're gonna keep doing it, or, you know, the future of it. Like, I don't know. And also, I don't really know who I am anymore. I feel like I've kind of lost myself over the years. I think that tends to happen. I think, people change and you get different interests and stuff. Like, it's just something that happens. But for me, I think the big change that happened was becoming a mother. And I've always known that I wanted to be a mother. Like, I knew that I was born to be a mother. So the only thing that went wrong there was that I put in 100% to my children, and they were so little, so helpless, and they needed my help for everything and anything. So I was there for them. I still am, but I'm trying to separate the two so that I can find myself again. And in doing that, doing this channel, like these videos I think are really helping me rediscover who I am and who I can be. You don't necessarily have to go back to who you were. You can find a new you. But yeah, I didn't really introduce myself because of that. I'm like, who am I? I just know that I'm a simple person. I didn't go to college. I've never had a 9-to-5 job, and those are two things that I passionately hate. I don't really like that society was set up when I was growing up. This is what the plan is, okay, for everybody. You have to graduate high school, and then you have to go to college, and you have to get a degree, and you have to get a 9-to-5 job, and you have to work that job until you retire or you die. I don't know. I never liked that idea. I've always been a very creative person, a person that thinks outside of the box. I remember my middle school teacher always every day he would say, think outside the box. And that just kind of really stuck with me. I resonated with that. So, I always knew that I would be so miserable if I had to work a job that's the same thing every single day for the rest of my life. I knew that would make me so miserable. And I think that's why I didn't even try to go to college. I kind of tried. I signed up, and then when it came down to paying the parking, fee or whatever, and the classes, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna think about it. And I went home, threw the papers in the trash. I just didn't sign up, and I just kept going to my regular part-time job. I was working at Cold Stone Creamery for years. I don't remember how many years, but since I was 19 until pretty much I was pregnant with my daughter. But on and off some year, I missed a couple years in between there from just family illnesses and stuff. But yeah, I think I've been very lucky. I've had a supportive partner that went to work, that has, provided for our family, and that I could just kind of avoid that situation for now anyways. Who knows what the future holds? You know, I may have to end up working a 9-to-5 job one day, but that's not in the cards today, so we're not going to worry about that. Yeah, I realized that I'm very lucky with like being able to stay home with my children and just be the best mother I can for them. But soon they'll both be in school, and I'm very excited to just keep working on myself and keep finding who I am, and you know, finding my purpose in life. And yeah, just accepting me for who I am 100%, with my lazy eye, with my natural hair. Wearing no makeup. I've never liked to wear makeup. I just like the way my skin feels, just, you know, like me. I do like to wear lipstick. I am a fan of like a red lip or like orangey red lip. That's the one thing I'm like, I cannot be without. I like that little pop of color so that it's not just a, you know, a regular plain face. So yeah, it's hard to come on here and try and be yourself when you don't know who you are, but I'm really trying my best, and I hope that I can keep improving. I was just thinking, like, why is it so hard for older people to make and start a YouTube channel and like have it be successful? Why is it so hard for us to do that? I mean, I'm 35. I am not like, you know, a young 20-something, you know, full of life and full of hope and full of energy. I have some hope, but you know, we are tired. Us older people, we like to go to bed early. Like, I love going to bed with my kids, like 8:30. We are all in bed, and I just love it. I love getting a good night's sleep. But anyways, off topic. Why is it so hard for us, you know, millennials and up, to be comfortable in front of a camera, to be, you know, to be ourselves in front of a camera? And you know, we were teenagers, you know, and the internet and social media and everything was a big hit. But I don't know. It's hard for me, like, to be myself, because, like I said, I'm trying to figure out who that is. But I feel like we think we have to be perfect on these videos. Like, our hair needs to be perfect, and we need to say perfect words, and we can't say and we can't say and we, you know, like, the younger people who are like growing up with technology, like they're children and they got iPads in their hands since, you know, they can grab them, and I feel like they just have a big advantage. Like, it's just maybe easier on younger people because it's just normal for them, like easier to just get on camera and be themselves. But for us older people who have been through some rough times in life, who lost ourselves and who don't know where we're headed, it's just, and then all those, you know, we grew up seeing like perfect people on like television, you know. We had televisions and we turned it on and it was like news people, and their hair was perfect, and they had everything written down that they were gonna say, and everything they said was perfect. And like, we feel like we have to be perfect on here, and we were told not to overshare, you know, don't overshare your life. And I feel like that's different for like the younger people. I don't know what everyone's called. There's like Gen Z and Gen X, and I don't know what everyone is. I just know that I am a millennial, And that's all I know. But anyways, I think it's much easier for them, because for younger people, because they're you know, it's just normal. Having a YouTube channel is just, it's part of social media. It's part of one of their social medias, and it's just another thing that they do, you know. But for us, like, that's not something we would do, like we grew up seeing or doing. I mean, I remember in like 2010 and stuff, like I would see, you know, the OG like YouTubers, the makeup, you know, and I didn't even wear makeup and I was watching makeup tutorials. And like the vloggers and stuff, and I don't know, we grew up seeing people starting, but it wasn't a lot of people. And I think many of us are just now getting the courage to come on here and try to show the world that we are here, we exist, we have been watching, and we want a piece of this pie. I mean, am I right? There is money out there with your name on it, and we have been ignoring it. It's got your name on it. So get on this camera and just start sharing your life experiences and who you are, and just hoping that, I don't know what I'm doing with my hands. I don't know. What's that movie with the guy who's like, he's like a race car driver? I can't remember. I'm so bad at movie titles. So bad. And actor and actress's names. I'm so bad at that. But like, what, if you know what I'm talking about, what is that movie called? And he's like a race car driver, and he's like being interviewed, and he's like, I don't know what to do with my hands. Yeah, I want to watch that again. That sounds fun. Anyways, let's all get on here. Let's get on here, be ourselves, and say and say and just show our, you know, flaws and share them and embrace them and get a piece of this pie. Let's do it. I want to keep talking with you, but I think I've talked long enough now, and I think I shall go. Okay. God bless you, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.